Welcome to Create to Live podcast, the podcast where social media meets business and big dreams turn into bigger results.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, content creator, or a 9-to-5er, building your side hustle, you're in the right place.
Each week, we bring you actionable tips, inspiring stories, and insider strategies to help you grow your brand, monetize your passions, and create the success you seek. We are your hosts, Sherelle from Blue Wall Media
And Davon from Booker Consulting.
Together, let's create the life you want to live. Welcome to Create to Live podcast. We are excited to have a new episode. Thank you so much for listening to the episodes. Make sure you follow us on our social media. Today we are talking about
If you have wanted to quit in your content creation journey, then this podcast is for you. I don't know about you, Sherelle, but when I first started content creation, I definitely wanted to quit. And here's my story when I wanted to quit. Right when I wanted to quit, I was posting every single day on Instagram. This is about the 30th day. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, no one's liking it. And I don't got no money from it. And what am I doing? And then my girlfriend was like, Jordan, let's post again. And then the next month, I was like, bro, this is not working. And I posted on Instagram, on YouTube. And then I'll never forget, bro, one of my mentees, he said, just keep working, bro. And since then, I haven't wanted to quit, but sometimes I do get annoyed with the results. But it's a daily process. Have you ever wanted to quit, Sherelle?
Oh yeah, there's been multiple times that I've wanted to quit. I've had multiple pauses in content creation, but I always knew that I would always go back to it. Something I think that is important when it comes to people understanding wanting to quit content creation because you aren't seeing the results that you're wanting. First off, content creation, social media, and making that a full-time job or achieving certain goals, it's a delayed gratification. You're not going to get the goals that you want to hit immediately because it's one of those things where it's all about consistency and discipline versus immediate results. And something that I know that a lot of content creators and especially our generation struggle with is burnout because we want to push out all this content. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we put so much pressure on making perfect content that when we're pushing out the content that we think is perfect or at least to the level that we want to be, we put so much pressure on it, then we don't balance out our life in other areas. And we're putting so much pressure as well on the numbers and the goals wanting to achieve immediately that we burn out. And that's something that you have to remember is that you need to have balance. Know that content creation, yes, the goal is to have it to be full time or to be able to make revenue from it or be able to have an outlet that you have a following and a community on. But until in the meantime, what do you have that is going to give your mind breaks? What's going to give your mind ease to be able to be okay with the delayed gratification? Whether that's having a hobby or that's shifting your mindset of not focusing so much on the numbers, but focusing on, okay, I just want to post this amount of time. So that's something that you can definitely work on. That's something that I personally have been trying to shift in my life is the mindset of, okay, I just want to post every single week. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's the worst or the best. I just want to know that I posted every single week in 2025.
I like that. I like the piggyback. I didn't even think burnout was real. So you saying that, I'm like, yeah, like you want to get all this content out. Oh, I'm going to post every day so I can get 100,000 followers. And then you saying like, yeah, you can try to push that out, but it's just like running a mile and you never worked out before. You got to build up to that endurance to post every single day.
Yeah.
Or create that love for the sport. So I agree. Like even when I was posting every day, some days I was like, oh my goodness, this is a lot. And now that I post every other day, I feel more sustainable. Like I can actually follow that routine.
Do you think the posting every single day actually helped you be able to balance the 3 days a week?
I agree. It did help me. But it was just like I just ran a marathon without practice too though. Because I was posting, but it probably wasn't the best content out there. Like I was just posting. I woke up this morning real.
So would you suggest people, like, say that you're someone who wants to grow on social media, would you say that posting 3 times a week and then shifting into every day and then shifting back to 3 times a week is a good concept to be able to have that training in a sense that you were saying you feel like you didn't have?
I didn't have it in content creation, but I had it from other areas of life.
Mm-hmm.
Like every day I went to run track.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was every day I thought about track. So it just changed to a different subject. But
Oh, so that's why you did the everyday.
yeah, it was like second nature. Like even when I ran track, I'm like, ugh, I gotta practice today.
Mm-hmm.
But I still did it. Some people were like, I gotta practice today. And they go for like 5 days. I'm like, this too much. I'm not gonna do it no more. You know what I'm saying?
So what
So
would you say, like, to people like them? Like, because I know that's something that I struggle with as myself. Is like, okay, I can go, like, for instance, last year I did a 30 days of just posting every single day. And then after those 30 days, I was so happy with the results. I was like, oh, this is so amazing that I took a break. And that break lasted months. So what advice would you give to people like them?
my advice is to set a long term goal, but set a short term goal. Cause I think the problem on what you had done is you. Congratulations for setting a 30-day goal, but I don't think like once you took a break, I don't think it was another goal to post 30 days again. It's like, oh, I did it.
So have continuous goals.
Yeah, it's just like when somebody lose weight, they get their weight goal and they stop doing everything they did to get to lose their weight. They go back to everything they did to gain the weight. So you was like posting, you was getting ideas, coming up with great hooks, and then once you hit 30 days, you was like, all right, let's go back to what I was doing before. So people, the reason you create a challenge is you create the habit, and then that's I'm switching. That's why I just continue to work out. I work out 30 minutes a day. Somebody might think that's nothing. But also, I'm keeping that habit to stay focused on my body and my mind. So I just like content creation. I knew I didn't want to post every day, but I knew I wanted to post. So I just set a different goal. But it wasn't like I'm gonna take a break and set the goal because it's just like my coach said, it's like pushing a train or pushing a car.
The Incredibles.
Are you gonna stop? Is it easier to stop pushing? Like once you let's say you going up a hill, what is it either to stop in the middle or keep going?
Oh, well, if you stop in the middle, it'll fall on you
Yeah.
and you'll be crushed.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, is that not the analogy
I
that
mean,
he
for sure,
explained?
for sure. But what would be easier to keep going when you tired, or just stop and let the train roll over you?
I don't think there's an easy. I don't think easier is the answer. The question, like the goal. I think what you probably should be asking is what would be better. Cause easier is still letting it roll over you, but that's not the best option in that situation.
Oh wow.
It's not easier to push up a train. Like it's still
I'm
hard.
explaining it wrong.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah, I'm
sense.
definitely explaining it
Cause I
wrong.
was like, I don't think easier is the question that you want to be putting. Maybe what's the better option?
Okay, I got how I explain it.
Okay.
Okay, he was like, when you jump down, when people get low and jump, do they jump like when they jump up? How do you jump higher?
Oh, I'm not athletic, so I'm gonna need a
Okay,
hint.
whenever you jump it, when you don't bend your knees, you just jump straight up. You not want to get number. When you bend your knees and jump, you dance, sister. Whenever you jump, like you gotta put some force in it. If you don't have no force in it, then it's hard to jump.
Right.
But once you continue jumping, like cool, but you just stop and don't practice for a while. It's just like doing a dance routine, right? Once you practice more and more, you get better with these dance moves.
Yeah.
But once you stop the dance moves, you're gonna lose your
Stop them.
momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Momentum.
So in content creation, it's like don't stop the momentum. Would you agree? What do you think about that?
I like the analogy of the momentum and the train. Well, the train. I like the analogy of the train because it's like, as even though it's really tough, the train's got to get to the top, or else you don't know what will happen to you. And it's like social media with all of its changes and the things that like people go through when it comes to having social media accounts and wanting it to be whether a full-time career or it helped push revenue for their business or this being a side hustle that you would like to grow, it's still you're still pushing a train because you don't know what will work and what won't work. And I feel like more people have the mindset of, oh, it's going to work and it's easy. Because that was actually something that somebody said when I was talking about social media was, oh, it's that easy. Like, you just sit in front of a camera and just talking. And it's like, yes and no. Like, yes, the starting point is easy. You just get in front of a camera and start talking. But once you get to a certain level, it's no longer just talking in front of a camera. You now have to understand how to, like, when it comes to selling, you can't just talk to a camera. You have to use certain words or be strategic in your phrasing or have better framing. Like, I don't think Coca-Cola is going to pick someone who uses their web camera and has bad posture, if they have an option of talking to someone who has cool edits and their audience really just loves their personality and they get new followers every 2 days, and it's not just about community, but it's about so much more than that. I'm pretty sure Coca-Cola is going to choose them, the person who has engaging and like really good quality content that aligns with their visuals on their social media versus someone who's just in front of their camera on their webcam talking to a camera. I'm not saying the person with the webcam won't get any sponsorships. What I'm saying is you probably won't get the sponsorships that you see others have. And I think that's something that we also have to think about when it comes to, what's this website?
You're not quitting.
Not the other thing about when it comes to social media not quitting this content creation game is the fact of like comparison, because I hear and see so many creators compare themselves to other people where they're like, oh, I feel like I should be to this level. And then you hear some of the stuff that they get or have gotten, and I'm just like, what? You have no business comparing yourself to any other creator. Yeah, your numbers don't look like theirs, but do their bank accounts look like yours? Like, and
Give
I
an
think,
example.
for example, I have someone that I know who does content creation, and their numbers, they feel like they haven't grown on their social media platforms in the level that they think that they should be at. And they know that their content is great because the work that they've done with brands that they have been paid for, they've said like, oh, we don't have any edits, like we love your content, like this is amazing, and they get paid for some of their content. But their numbers don't look like, oh, they should, like their numbers don't give 10K, 50K type thing, which is what they want to be at and they see other people being at that have been doing it either lesser time or don't put as much work in their content as she does. Versus realizing like you don't know if that person is getting paid for this stuff. They could be doing a lot of free work and just posting content, and yeah, their social media account is growing, but that's because they're just doing what's trending right now, or they're like, that's a different path that they have in their life. But you don't know what their bank accounts are looking like. You actually could make this a full-time career right now. They're still in the hustle and grind level, just trying to get to a certain number that they can feel comfortable and confident with charging. And I think that's something that when it comes to content creation and charging and compensation, there are some people who need to be at a certain level in numbers that they feel confident in charging, versus there are some people who just feel confident in charging the number that they know that they are worth, and they will actually get paid. For example, that person, like they have gotten paid, and it's like that should be that the payment. So a company paying you money and saying that we value your content and we value your creativity to represent our brand should mean more to you than having 10,000 followers. Because if you have 10,000 followers, but none of those followers were purchased from you, then you just have a bunch of numbers. You just have a bunch of bots at this point.
At this rate.
Like it may not, yes, they're not bots because they actually engage with you, but if they aren't buying from you, then what's the point? Versus if you have 1,000 followers and people are buying or going to the place that you suggested and literally talk about the fact that they went there because of you, you have made more impact and more influence than a person with 10,000 followers who does not have any of those people actually go to the places that they suggest.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I think that goes into like burnout of people having unrealistic expectations and being impatient. I think that's also like social media is so instant. It's hard,
Slow.
but so slow. It's hard to have long term thoughts and not want instant gratification. Because it's like, man, they started YouTube yesterday. They got 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And then you got someone
Not knowing that they paid ads.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I've seen so many ads of YouTubers.
Really?
Yeah.
What's wrong with ads though?
No, nothing's wrong with it. But what I'm saying is, so one person's like, I can't believe that they got that many followers overnight. But it's just like, yeah, you didn't see all the ads that they put out that got them in front of 1 million people's faces that they got subscribes to. Versus you're authentically creating without ads. Not saying that having ads isn't authentic. It's just you are going about it a completely different method. Those are two different methods.
And then quick segment.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't ads bad?
No.
Because we make it seem like
I want to do an ad. Oh, I want to do so many ads so
Really?
bad. Like I see, because as a business owner and as a creator,
Yeah.
I've seen how it actually can help brands.
So you would as a, like say, King Jordan book, I'll post my reel, put an ad on there, and go crazy.
I think it depends on the type of content that you are putting out as an ad. If you're doing a trend as an ad, no, I don't think that that's going to help you in any sense.
You don't think
but
so?
if it's a piece of content that is authentic to you, kind of gives an example of who you are without it being so focused on you, yeah, I think that that's a good ad.
This is bigger than the music.
Well, that's the other thing. With businesses, it's a different thing. So like for DJ Book, that I would say is a great ad. I don't think that they would let it be an ad because I think that that's going to get copyrighted. But if they don't, I would say that that's a perfect video to do an ad, or even one of your mixes. Those would be great ads because they're authentic to your page while also your business. Like for me, I would probably say, what piece of content on just Sherelle would be great? Let me see.
Your hair content.
I don't do enough of that. I got it. I'll do better. I would probably say, one of my 3-month dates. I would yeah, because that content is authentic to me and my style and what I like creating. The 3-month dates are probably what I would do, or the hair content, but for sure the 3-month dates, because that's a series that I started that's authentic to me, but also
staple.
Exactly. But also connects with other people.
You should still post about today.
Really?
Everything went wrong. Let me tell you why.
Every month I take my boyfriend on a date, but this month it didn't happen.
Literally. All right. Boom. Okay, number 2. How to overcome these challenges to not quit. Creating a sustainable workflow.
Have a friend. Make friends in content creation, because this content creation game is not easy.
It's not.
If you have someone to be able to bounce ideas on, it keeps the creativity and the fun of content creation flowing. Like, I'm so glad that I have my boyfriend. I have multiple friends in the creative space, and even joining or attending different events with other content creators. That keeps me fueled to be like, okay, I want to continue creating this content. I want to continue doing this. I have new ideas and I just enjoy this so much. Like, yes, this is something that I want to do and I see the long-term goals and vision for it. But having the community surrounded with you, even if it's virtual, I got content creator friends online that I have never met in person, or rarely, if I do see them in person, I don't talk to them.
You said, who are you?
Literally. But having that community keeps the creativity flowing and going. So that's my number 1. Actually, that's my number 2. Number 1
system.
Yes,
Okay.
that's my number 2. Number 1 is to have faith. I would definitely say, because if you don't have a vision for your content creation and a vision from God, you could just be doing all of this in vain.
Oh, geez.
And not just in vain, but like you could be on the wrong platform. You thinking, oh, I gotta be on Instagram. That's where everybody is. And God's like, no, you actually need to be on Pinterest.
Okay.
Because that's where I have you. And if you think Pinterest is not that great, people are making literal so much money on Pinterest.
Really?
Yes.
Let's head to Pinterest.
Oh, no. But there's a strategy to Pinterest, and not many people want to go through that strategy.
What's the strategy?
You have to have, it's a blogging type of a type of social media.
Really?
Yes.
The more you know. I thought
Yes.
people were just in there posting random things.
It's very strategic. It's very blog. It's very, and it's in its own arena. Like Pinterest is nothing like Instagram, nothing like TikTok, and it works.
You know, it's so funny. I think about last podcast because I tend to listen to our podcast just to see what we got talking.
That's great.
This might be our best one. Anywho.
Actually, personally, I have another favorite, but anyways.
Great. Because I think, remember you said content strategies and content changes have nothing to do with the consumer. It's like, this ain't got nothing to do with you, right? So that was just a side note. But let me see.
Because we're still on social media.
Yeah. And then that made me talk about the focusing on long gain and versus long-term results. So just like last year, my long-term result was to post every day for a year. And then, but my short-term was to post a YouTube video once a week. And it was two different results. I posted Instagram every Instagram every day. Got a couple viral videos. I was like, okay, I might be an Instagram person. YouTube I posted every week. I didn't get my first 1,000 view video until a year later.
No. You got your first 1,000 view in like December.
On YouTube?
Yes.
No.
I mean, almost 1K in July, September.
I got 900.
Okay, that's close enough. It's not 980 something.
Great.
Sorry, Blue Wall speaking because I'm his editor.
All right. Yeah, she is the editor. So what I'm saying is I got the story I was trying to say is I got many views, many followers from Instagram from a couple posts. I posted consistently for a year, once a weekend. Barely did numbers for real. Like overall.
Yeah. Last thoughts, I would say just keep creating and seek God for vision as to what platform and what you should be creating. Let it be something that you enjoy creating versus something that you see other people create and you think you should do it too. It's got to be authentic to you, and it's got to be consistently coming from you.
Yeah, so you don't burn out. Because you can start off, you can see people getting famous off of making relationship videos.
And you ain't in no relationship.
Or you don't even like your boo. But
Literally.
you on the camera.
Content because you want to be on camera.
You want to be famous.
Like, if that's the life you want, if you want the reality drama life, then go ahead and do that. You've seen it happen before.
Make sure y'all follow the podcast. We have it on all platforms. Make sure y'all listen clearly, thoroughly. This is for content creators, 9-to-5ers, college students trying to make it happen in this content game. I promise you, it won't be the same once y'all listen to this podcast. We're going up and above for y'all, and just wait and see the progress we make to help y'all make the progress as well. Whole time.
Thank you for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next time. We hope that you enjoyed this episode of Create to Live podcast. Make sure you tune in every single week to our podcast we release on Mondays. Subscribe, follow us. We are on Spotify podcasts as well as Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio podcasts. If you want to follow us on social media, my social media is bluewall.media. That's BLUWALL.media on Instagram.
You can follow me at Davon.Booker, BOOKR, whole time. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you again for tuning in to Create to Live podcast.